What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, and in this video I'm going to go over all of the March 2025 Air Jordan and Nike release dates so far. Now, before I give you a rundown, greatly appreciate a thumbs up, and if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. Also, recently I dropped the Air Jordan 12 Stomach Virus t-shirt. This is a pre-order which I'll close down next week, and then after that I'll start putting things together to get shipped out to you. There is a link in the description below for you to pick one up. Now, at the time of recording, these release dates are accurate, but as most of you know, release dates do change. Also, new shoes get added in. So in the case that it does, I'll be updating you in future news videos as well. You can check out SneakerFiles.com. I'll be updating it there. Also, I do believe that there's a good amount of releases from Jordan brand that could be moved around, and I talk more on that later on in the video. And now let's get into these releases. The first pair I want to talk about is the Nike Air Max 95 Neon Big Bubble. So a lot of people anticipate this pair dropping in March. However, what I'm hearing right now is that they're going to drop in April. Now, there is a possibility that it could get moved to March, specifically on Air Max Day, which is March 26th. Although, at the time of recording, they're currently set to debut in April, but I did want to include this little bit so you guys have the heads up. SLAWN is dropping 2 colorways of the Nike Air Max 90 on March 1st. So this will be available at a London pop-up shop. Now, it looks like BSTN is a retailer that will have them on March 1st as well. However, more retailers will have them, as well as the Sneakers app, in March, but unfortunately we don't have the specific date as of yet. Now, the first colorway comes dressed in black, black, and black, and it does have some white detailing. And the second features a cell, white, and cell color combination. The retail price is $150 each. RICCARDO TISCI will drop 3 colorways of the Nike SHOX TEAL. Now, we have a preview of one of the colorways, which comes dressed in habanero red, white, and black. There's also going to be a pair dressed in white, white, and black, and then the third comes dressed in black, black, and white. Now, as for a release date, it's said that they're going to drop on March 1st, but I kind of don't believe that. I think they're going to drop a little bit later on in the month, just because we only have one photo, and we're literally a day away from March 1st, and we would definitely have more images and a preview of the rest of the pack. But for this pack, I definitely will make sure to update you in a following news video, and the retail price will be $180 each. On March 1st, we have multiple models from Nike Basketball dropping, and one of those is the Nike LeBron 22, I Promise. This pair is inspired by the I Promise school in Akron, Ohio, and it features a pink foam, photo blue, pink sickle, hyper pink, and green stripe colorway. So this pair is going to drop on March 1st for $180. Next, we have the Nike Jaw 2 Blue Beyond, and the nickname for this pair comes from the colorway, which is Blue Beyond, Hyper Pink, Apricot Agate, and Blue Void. This pair is also dropping on March 1st for $130. Also dropping on March 1st, we have the Nike Sabrina 2 Fresh Mint. The pair features a light smoke gray, fresh mint, and vapor green colorway. And like I mentioned, the release date is March 1st, and the retail price will be $130. Okay, so for the new signature models, this is probably my favorite, and this is the Nike Book 1 MOWABB. The color blocking pays tribute to the 1991 Air MOWABB Twine colorway, and it features a sesame, black, bright mandarin, smoke gray, and dusty cactus color combination, dropping on March 1st for $150. I really thought this pair had already released, but maybe I'm wrong on that. I have been seeing them pop up on multiple release calendars, and it's the Nike LeBron Next GENISUS. Some are calling it Bright Crimson, but I've also seen others call it Radiation. Now, the colorway on these is Bright Crimson, White, Black, and Sundial, and they're going to drop on March 1st for $150. Although Nike is dropping multiple colorways of the Nike Air Max DN8, which is their newest Air Max model, we still have a handful of Nike Air Max DN models dropping in March 2025. One of those is known as Snakeskin. Now, this pair features a Molt, light Orwood brown, and velvet brown colorway. and this pair is scheduled to be released on March 1st for $160. We got a couple Nike Dunks dropping in March, and one of those is the Nike Dunk Low, being called Phantom in Washed Coral. Now this is a women's exclusive release, and the pair features a Phantom, Washed Coral, Parachute Beige, and Cell colorway. Also dropping on March 1st, the retail price will be $125. You know, I thought a lot more people would be talking about the release date for the Nike Dunk High Michigan. When I initially talked about the shoes returning, a lot of people seemed excited, but there's a handful of stores that will be dropping the Nike Dunk High Michigan on March 1st. Now, there could be a wider release for Nike, but I believe Chic Shoes has them for March 1st, Shoe Palace as well as Foot Locker, and the retail price will be $135. We still have a handful of releases that will take place on March 1st, and one of those is the Nike Air Max 90 Snakeskin. This pair features a Molt Velvet Brown, Multicolor, Light Orwood Brown, and Flax colorway. There's also an Air Max 1 that is expected to drop in March, although we don't have a specific release date as of yet. And this pair is going to drop on March 1st for $140. The last pair set to drop on March 1st so far is the Nike Total 93 Metallic Silver. So this pair was shown off back in 2024 and we finally have a release date. Now the official colorway is Metallic Silver, University Red, and Black, and they're going to drop on March 1st. They will be available on the Sneakers app, and the retail price will be $110. Okay, so we're officially moving on from March 1st. We have a new day in the month of March that will have a release, and it's the Nike Pegasus Premium, known as Black and Bright Crimson. Now it seems that some people are talking about this model. Some seem to really like it, and this pair features a black, bright crimson, and metallic silver colorway. They're going to drop on March 5th for $210. We have another Nike Sabrina 2 dropping in March, and this pair is known as Stronger Than Gold. The official colorway is rattan, khaki, cell, and metallic gold. And this pair is inspired by the bracelet her mother gifted her from Romania. This pair is going to drop on March 6th, and the retail price will be $130. Although some people said that this Nike Air Max DN was supposed to drop during the holiday season, I'm seeing them pop up on multiple release calendars to debut in March. So a lot of people have been calling them BRED, some are calling them Bright Crimson due to the colorway, which is black, 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 and bright crimson. This pair is going to drop on March 6th, and the retail price is $160. On March 6th, Nike will debut multiple colorways of the Nike Air Max DN8. So this is Nike's latest Air Max model, and there was an early drop in February on one colorway which featured pink, and they're actually going to re-release later on in March, but that will be later on in the video. Now for this part, I'm going to read the colorway of each, go over the release date and the retail price instead of just lumping them all in just one segment. And the first pair is being called BRED, obviously due to the colorway, which is black, university red, and bright crimson. Like I mentioned, the release date is March 6th, and the retail price will be $190. The next pair we have dropping on March 6th is the Nike Air Max DN8 Light British Tan. This pair features a light British tan, cell, and black colorway. It's also labeled a women's release. Nothing came up about them dropping in men's sizing, and the retail price will be $190. Also dropping on March 6th, we have the Nike Air Max DN8 that is being called Panda. I really hate this nickname. Just because the shoe is dressed in white and black, it's automatically Panda, but this almost seems like a reverse Panda if we're being technical here. There's definitely more white going on than black. It's not really even, but hey, you guys can call them what you want. The official colorway on these is white and black, and again, they're dropping on March 6th for $190. Now, this pair of the Nike Air Max DN8 will drop in men's and women's sizing, and they're being called Triple Black. Probably one of the cleaner colorways, easier to match. Something simple, although there's another pair that I really like of the Nike Air Max DN8 dropping that I may pick up if they do eventually go on sale. But this pair features a black, black, anthracite, and anthracite colorway. They're dropping on March 6th for $190. Now, this is the Air Max DN8 that I'll eventually pick up if they go on sale, and they're being called Aqua. Now, the color description on them is Dusty Cactus, Black, and Persian Violet. And yes, the overall look does remind me of the Air Jordan 8 Aqua, and that's probably why I do like them. But like the others, this pair is dropping on March 6th for $190. This is also a really nice colorway of the Nike Air Max DN8, and they're being called Black and Vault. The official colorway on these is Black, Vault, and Light Smoke Gray, also dropping on March 6th for $190. Okay, so this is the last Nike Air Max DN8 that will drop on March 6th, and this pair is known as University Red. Now, this is also a women's release. The colorway is University Red, Black, and Team Red, and March 6th is the release date. The retail price is $190. After dropping on NOCTA back on February 14th, the NOCTA Nike Air Force 1 Low Pink Foam will drop on March 7th. So this will take place on the Sneakers app. Now, what I noticed is DTLR has them listed to drop on March 1st on their website. Now, what we can take away from this is that it looks like these are going to drop at boutiques, but I don't know if they're actually going to drop on March 1st via DTLR. The release calendar has really been messed up and all over the place, but for sure, the Sneakers app will have them on March 7th, and the retail price will be $160. Recently, a first look popped up of the APRON Records Nike Air 180. Now, shortly after that, we did receive a release date. But first, this pair features a dark atomic teal, off noir, and alabaster colorway. So they're scheduled to drop on March 8th. Unfortunately, it isn't known how they're going to release, if they're going to be available on the Sneakers app, select boutiques, or via Apron's official website. But for now, they're expected to drop on March 8th, and I'll update you in a following news video. And the retail price will be $150. I think this might be my #1 release from Nike in March. And we have the return of the Nike Air Max UPTEMPO 95, known as Mystic Teal. Now, they're also known as simply OG, and the colorway features white, black, and Mystic Teal. Now, these originally dropped back in 1995, and to celebrate the 30th anniversary, they're returning on March 9th. So these should be available at a good amount of retailers. I did see them pop up on the Finish Line release calendar, and the retail price will be $165. We have another Nike Air Max Waffle dropping, and this pair is dubbed Hyper Blue due to the colorway, which is Hyper Blue in metallic gold. This pair will drop on March 12th, and they're currently posted on the Sneakers app. So if you want to get them, head over to the Sneakers app on March 12th, and the retail price is $140. Now that the dust has settled for the Nike Air Foamposite 1 Galaxy, we're moving on to other Foamposite releases, and we have the Air Foamposite 1 known as Black Volt dropping in March. Now, I am curious to see how well these do. Yes, I know it's not as popular as the Galaxy, but it seems that overall the hype for foams is returning. I don't want to say it's fully back, but here we have a GR colorway, simple color blocking, nothing crazy, and if these sell out, then I definitely would believe that the Foamposite hype is back. Now, if they don't, it's still a clean colorway, and these are dropping on March 14th for $230. Later on in the month of March, we have the Nike Air Max 1 Low Poly Donkey Kong dropping. So the inspiration for this pair is Donkey Kong Country. I know some of you guys played that game back in the mid-90s. I definitely did a lot. I never beat it though. And this pair features a light chocolate, University Red, Hemp, and Sandrift colorway. Now, this is definitely not an official collaboration with Donkey Kong. It would be dope if it was, but you can tell by the colors, the details, that the pair is definitely a nod to the video game. Now, this pair will drop on March 21st, and the retail price is $150. Now, originally, people were saying that this pair was connected to Dot Swoosh, but it looks like that is not the case. They're also called Big Head Origins. I mean, Donkey Kong did have a big head, so that could also be a nod to him. And this pair will at least be available on Nike.com. Back in February, the Nike Air Max DN8 Hyper Pink released, and it was the first colorway of the Air Max DN8 to drop. Now, it was available early on the Sneakers app, and they initially dropped on February 6th. Now, If you missed out on that pair, because I do believe they sold out, it looks like they're going to release at more retailers. One of the spots you'll be able to get them at is Finish Line. So that's confirmed. The official colorway is Hyper Pink and Black. And if you want to grab this pair, they're now going to drop on March 26th, which of course is Air Max Day. And the retail price is $190. Also, on a side note, I saw a couple Nike Air Max D&8 AMD colorways that are going to drop on March 26th. However, I don't know what they're going to look like, and technically I didn't see the colorways, I just saw the product listing for the two. But I will say so far, Air Max Day has been underwhelming. There's no cool OG Air Maxes returning unless the Air Max 95 Neon actually drops on Air Max Day or around it instead of April. But yeah, this year is kind of a letdown in my opinion. In my last news video, a lot of people commented whatever happened to the Nike SB Dunk Low Black History Month. And it makes sense because it's a Black History Month shoe. It should drop in February. Now, when I did my February 2025 Nike and Air Jordan release dates video, I said that they're expected to drop in February, although I heard rumors that they're going to be delayed until April. And it turns out they potentially could release in March. So we do have a release date for March 28th. However, that isn't 100% confirmed. Now, when this information leaked on the sheet of releases that I get, the shoes from Nike were labeled BHM. Now, since they're releasing outside of February, it's very possible that they call them a different nickname. I know a lot of people have been calling them Urban Cowboy. And I kind of have a feeling that Nike going forward will use that nickname for the shoes. Also, this will be a quick strike, so they're going to be on the limited side. They're not going to be available at every Nike SB retailer. More than likely, they're going to drop on the Sneakers app, though, and the retail price is $135. Moving on to Jordan Brand, and one of the first releases in the month of March is the Air Jordan 13 Pine Green. Now, this is a grade school exclusive, and they're also being called Court of Legends. I'm not sure why the nickname is, but the official colorway is Cell, Black, and Pine Green. They feature very simple color blocking. I'm a little bit surprised that these are a grade school exclusive, although Jordan Brand did release a similar pair in, I believe, full family sizing several years back. But if you're interested in grabbing this pair, they drop on March 1st. The retail price in grade school sizes is $150, preschool will cost $90, and toddler sizes will cost $75. Okay, the first big release in the month of March, and there's quite a few, is the Air Jordan 12 Flu Game. Now, this is a classic shoe. They first dropped in 1997. We saw a retro release take place in 2003. Another release dropped in 2009. That pair was different. It featured suede, officially being called Flu Game, and then the last time they dropped was in 2016. Now they're going to return on March 1st, and these are going to be available at a lot of retailers. Now, I've been seeing a lot of fake information going around, super random stock numbers. It's still considered a GR. The pair will be available at boutiques, at foot sites, on the Sneakers app. You'll be able to get them pretty much everywhere, but there's a lot of hype for them. So obtaining your size will be difficult. Of course, certain sizes will be harder than others, but people are putting out numbers that just don't make sense. For example, I saw somewhere that a size 12, there's only like 200 pairs releasing or something like that, or it was either 200 or 2,000. Either way, that number is off. Just because we see numbers for sneakers, it doesn't mean that's all that's releasing. Either way, this won't be easy to obtain. And like I mentioned, dropping on March 1st, the retail price is $210 in men's. Grade school costs $160. Preschool is priced at $100, and toddler sizes will cost $85. We have another Jordan Air dropping in March. Some people are calling them Neon Multi, but the nickname that I've seen attached to the shoe is March Madness. Now, the official colorway on these is Cell, Dark Powder Blue, Volt, and Black, and they're scheduled to release on March 4th for $110. A new colorway of the Jason Tatum 3 will drop in March. This pair is known as Off-Season, and the pair represents some of the things that Jason Tatum likes to do during the off-season. The official colorway on these is Cell, Muslin, Pale Ivory, and Dark Iris, and the release date is March 4th. The retail price will be $125. Originally being called Seafoam, the Air Jordan 4 Abundance will drop in March. Now, this is a women's exclusive release, and the pair is said to nod to the Air Jordan 4 Pure Money due to the silver detailing on the eyelets. The official colorway is Seafoam, Cell, and Metallic Silver, and they're scheduled to drop on March 8th. The retail price in women's sizing is $215. Preschool will cost $100, and toddler sizes will retail at $85. Also, these won't drop in extended women's sizing. They'll go up to a size women's 12, which is a men's size 10.5. We have another Jordan Air dropping in March. This is also known as Abundance. Now, I've also seen this pair being called Women's Day. They drop on March 8th, which is Women's Day. But due to the color blocking, which matches up to the Air Jordan 4, and sneakers officially calling them Abundance, it makes sense to just call them Abundance. This pair will also feature a Seafoam, Metallic Silver, and Cell colorway. The only difference between the Jordan 4 and this shoe, aside from the model itself, is that on the base, on the upper, we have this unique design. But the pair is set to drop on March 8th, and the retail price will be $110. We have a couple pairs set to drop on March 11th, and the first one is the Jordan Zion 4 Forged in Fire. The official colorway is Peach Cream, Black, White, and Total Orange. They're going to drop on March 11th for $140. Previewed a couple months back, we have a release date for the Air Jordan 39 Cell. So this pair features a simple color blocking, and it consists of Cell, Black, and Game Royal. This pair is also going to drop on March 11th, and the retail price is $200. Alright, so within 5 to 6 days, we have multiple hyped shoes dropping. Quite a few collaborations, and one non-collab, but it's a popular colorway. Now, I'm going to give my opinion later on in the video, because I don't think all of these release dates are 100% set. But the first pair is the Nigel Sylvester Air Jordan 4 Brick by Brick. Now, I do believe this pair is set to drop on March 14th. That is the date that has been going around. I've also been getting press releases from Nigel Sylvester's camp, and they've been using March 14th in these press releases. So, at the very minimum, this pair does look good to drop on March 14th. Now, Nigel has been busy. In 2024, he dropped 2 collaborations on the Jordan 4 RM. And then this year, we have this shoe dropping. We also have an Air Jordan 1 Low OG dropping, and potentially another Air Jordan 4 dropping during the holiday 2025 season. Now, the shoes come dressed in a Firewood Orange, Cell, and Cinnabar colorway. And the overall inspiration is the red bricks that you would commonly see in New York, where Nigel started riding BMX. My favorite part about the shoe is probably the tribute to BMX. We have Bike Air on the heel and Go on the insoles. There's also other details throughout, but overall I think they did a great job on them. Now, we know the release date, March 14th. The retail price will be $225. So for this pair, they're expected to drop on the Sneakers app, and I do believe they will be available at boutiques, although I don't have 100% confirmation on that. But what I'm going to do is, in following sneaker news videos, I'm going to let you guys know. I'm going to confirm it. But it does look like they will be available at boutiques. This will be a limited drop. There's not going to be a ton of pairs available. And the hype is really high for these. Resale prices for them are over $1,000. Yes, the price will come down, but I still believe that the price will be high even after the release, unfortunately. So apparently, a day later, we have the MANIERE Air Jordan 3 Diffused Blue dropping. So far, we have 2 collabs in March from Jordan Brand, and this pair features a white, diffused blue, anthracite, and muslin colorway. Now, early pairs have been going around for a long time on these. They've even been reselling for not a lot above retail, about $100. Yes, it is quite a bit, but when you look at how far in advance you could have picked these up for just $100, it's not much. Now, the overall blocking on these is very nice. And there's a hidden detail about this shoe. So behind the left heel tab, it reads, "All we have is each other," while the right states, "You need to get comfortable walking alone." Now, again, with this pair, if they do drop on March 15th, they'll be available on the Sneakers app, as well as boutiques. I think there's going to be a bit more stock on this pair in comparison to the Nigel 4s, and the retail price will be $225. Also, I don't think they're going to be available on foot sites like Foot Locker, Champs, Finish Line, but at boutiques, and of course the Sneakers app. Oh, and don't forget at MANIERE, in-store and online. In this 5 to 6 day of potential releases, the Air Jordan 9 Cool Gray might be the easiest to obtain, although there is some hype for them, and it doesn't appear that they're going to be a massive GR. Now, this isn't an original colorway. They first dropped in 2002, and then the last time we saw them release was in 2012. When Michael Jordan was playing for the Wizards, he wore this pair, making it the only Air Jordan 9 that he wore on court. So it is somewhat special. Now for this pair, they're scheduled to drop on March 15th. They will be available at boutiques, the Sneakers app, and foot sites, so Champs, Foot Locker, Shoe Palace, etc. Also, they're only going to drop in men's sizes for 210 and grade school sizes for 160. Although this is a GR, I don't think this is going to be a massive GR by any means, but at the same time, I don't think there's a ton of hype. And with them dropping in between other collabs, I feel like this pair will be the easiest to obtain in this little stretch here. On February 27th, the Union LA Air Jordan 1 High OG I'm Back dropped on Union's website. Although it seems that a lot of people did hit on the shoes, I know there's a good amount of people who missed out, and don't worry, there will be another release. So on Twitter, the official Nike account confirmed that the Union LA Air Jordan 1 High OG I'm Back will drop on the Sneakers app in March. Now, they didn't supply a release date. However, the rumored release date, which is going around, is March 18th. Now, these should also be available at select boutiques. Although that part isn't 100% confirmed, I have been asking around, and the boutiques that I do talk with, they haven't received an update if they're getting the pair or not. So again, that bit of information I'll have to update you in a following sneaker news video. But regardless, they won't be available at foot sites. You won't be able to get them at Foot Locker, etc. The Sneakers app for sure. And yes, there is quite a bit of hype for them. So this will be another shoe that will be hard to obtain. But for now, the rumored release date is March 18th and the retail price is $200. This is definitely a pair that I'm excited for the release, and it's the Nike SB Air Jordan 4 in navy. So during All-Star Weekend, Jordan Brand released a limited amount of pairs, and then there was a skate shop in San Francisco that dropped some pairs as well. I actually heard they dropped quite a few pairs. So you were able to get them early. But nonetheless, we have a release in March, which is currently scheduled to drop on March 18th. Now, I know what you're thinking, 2 big drops on the same day, and again, I'm going to talk about that in a moment. But for this pair, when they do release, they are expected to drop on the Sneakers app. They'll be available at skate shops and select boutiques. So kind of like the same with the Pine Green Air Jordan 4. Not just available at skate shops and the Sneakers app, but boutiques will also release them, which I think is good. Yes, it's technically now a skate shoe, but that doesn't mean that you only have to drop them at skate shops. Now again, with this shoe, there is quite a bit of hype, and it appears that although they're limited, they're not as limited as some may think. I'm not going to say it's a GR because in no way, shape, or form is that the case, but there's more pairs than your usual collaboration because this is a collab between Nike SB and Jordan Brand. Although it's in-house, it's all under the same umbrella, it's still a collab. So for now, March 18th is the rumored release date and the retail price is $225. Now, of these 5 shoes that I just talked about, in my opinion, there's no way that they're all going to be released on these dates. I do believe that the NIGEL 4s are locked in for March 14th. I do believe that the Air Jordan 9 Cool Gray is locked in for March 15th. But the pairs that are in question is the MANIERE Air Jordan 3, which would drop on March 15th, the Nike SB Air Jordan 4 in navy, and the Union LA Air Jordan 1 High OG. Typically, Jordan Brand likes to spread out their collaborations. And of the 5 shoes, 4 of them are collabs, which would all be releasing between March 14th and March 18th, so 4 days. Now, if it was All-Star Weekend, I could kind of get it, but it's not. It's pretty much the middle of March. So be prepared for a lot of these release dates to change. And like always, I will update you in following news videos. In my opinion, this is a really dope shoe, but again, it might get overlooked because of the amount of releases in March. And this is the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Obsidian. Now this pair takes the color blocking from the 2019 Obsidian Air Jordan 1 High OG. that shoe had a ton of hype for them. Now, although people do like lows, I don't see these selling out, although I have been surprised before. They're expected to be a GR, available at pretty much every Jordan brand retailer, from boutiques to foot sites to the sneakers app. So this pair is set to drop on March 22nd. The retail price in men's sizing is $140. Grade school cost $120. Preschool is priced at $75, and toddler sizes will cost $65. And that's going to do it for this video. Like always, greatly appreciate you guys for watching. If you have a second and haven't done so already, also appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. One more thing, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you can be alerted every time I drop a new video. Just a reminder, the Air Jordan 12 Stomach Virus shirt is still available for pre-order. I'm going to run the pre-orders for another week and then start putting everything together for you guys and ship them out to you. So there will be a link in the description below. Like always, appreciate the support. Now, as for releases, I plan on grabbing in March from Nike. If those BHM SB Dunk Lows do drop in March, that's 100% pickup. As well, I got to get those Nike Air Max UPTEMPO OGs. Really like that shoe. And from Nike, I think that's about it for me. Now from Jordan brand, the number one pickup for me is the NIGEL Air Jordan 4s. And the reason for that is I really like the colorway, and it's connected to BMX, something I did as a child, I still do as an adult. I don't try to do tricks anymore, I can't do those. So that's a definite pickup. The Union LA Air Jordan 1 High OG on back is another shoe that I really want to get. And the Nike SB Air Jordan 4 in navy. This month I definitely sound like a hype beast, I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty much going after everything that's super hyped. The Jordan 12 Flu Games I'm going to pass on. It's a really dope shoe, but I own the 2016 pair, so no reason to pick up the new pair in my opinion. I also own the OG, so I'm going to pass on those. The MANIERE Air Jordan 3 is nice, but it just doesn't do enough for me. Now, eventually I do plan on picking up the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Obsidian, but I'm going to wait to see if they go on sale. But let me know what you plan on picking up in the month of March down in the comment section below. And if you have any questions, make sure to leave that down below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.